Good morning everyone. Today I am in Glasgow city centre because that's you and I, we're going to take a look at the Horseshoe Bar, one of the most famous bars in Glasgow, and look into a little bit of the history, show you around the place and generally have a little chat when we're in there. So, while the titles are running, I'll take a run up because presently I'm in Wetherspoons having a little cup of latte. I'll bomb it up to Horseshoe Bar. Okay, see you there. Is that you back already? I'm not even there yet, but I'm nearly there. I thought I would have made it before you. Here it's here. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Let's go. This is an absolutely magnificent pub in the heart of Glasgow, the Horseshoe Bar, believed to be the longest continuous bar in Europe. It goes all the way around. Love historic bars like this with the etched glass, the tiled floors, the beautiful old pictures everywhere, the ornate wood. There's even a bell. Don't know what happens if you press that. I don't want to do it anyway, just in case, you know. In case the floor opens up and I get or an ejector button. So while I'm sipping this pint of Inch's cider, I tend to like cider in the summer, Guinness in the winter. I'm able to drink a real cider because my car's off the road at the moment getting some work done. So while I'm having this cider, let me tell you a little bit about the pub. There has been a pub on this site since 1846 when William Turnbull, a spirit dealer, occupied the premises. Then, between 1846 and 1884, the licence changed hands many times over. On the 17th of June 1884, the licence and premises were bought by John Schooler. Mr. Schooler completely refurbished the premises and renamed it the Horseshoe. The first thing people notice isn't the age, it's the bar. But it wasn't built that way just to impress. It was built for speed. Back in the days when Glasgow was a powerhouse of shipbuilding and industry, men would flood into pubs like this on their breaks, looking for a quick pint before heading back to the yards. The long, horseshoe-shaped counter meant more people could be served faster. No messing about. In fact, it's even been rumoured that the famous Roy Rogers rode his horse Trigger around this bar when he came to Glasgow in the 1950s. So what did you think about that? I love historic pubs like this. You get a real feel of the history when you're sitting inside it. £5 for a pint of Inch's cider, which is great value for the city centre of Glasgow, you know. They serve food. In fact, I'll show you the menu. There you are, not too bad. Sorry that was a wee bit sugary, but my elbow was bumping against the back of the seat. You know, pubs like this, there's so much to look at, and I mean so much. It reminds me of, in a different way obviously, but it reminds me of that 51st State diner that was in Dunoon, in the sense that there's so much to look at on the walls, on the bar. There's vases that look like, you know, I don't know, Chinese Ming vases. Well, obviously they're not real, but even the wallpaper looks amazing. It looks very old. Terrific bar this. And of course they've got these little hooks on the bar. I think all the best historic bars have got a little hook for you to hang your coat tie your dog. I don't know if you're allowed dogs in here, but maybe in the olden days. Or hang your rucksack. Just don't forget to take it with you. Absolutely wonderful. Think of all the people that must have come into this bar over the 1.5 centuries, maybe your ancestors. I often wonder when I come into these pubs, did my dad come in here? My dad died when I was 26, but I felt as if I never really got to know him as well as I should have, if you know what I mean. When you get older, you start to think more like your dad. You know, when you're young, you're too busy out partying and with your friends and all that. So when you get old and you start to settle and start to think about your history, your own history, well, that's my case anyway. But at that point, it was too late. So this is the kind of thing I would have asked my dad. Have you ever been in the Horseshoe Bar? Have you ever been in the Scotia? Have you ever been in Lauriston? But I'll never be able to do that now. Well, it was at this point in the proceedings that my mic decided to start playing up periodically, resulting in inaudible audio. So I'll just fill you in on the details of what I was rabbiting on about. The only thing that spoils it very slightly for me, in the sense that it takes away from its nostalgic feel, is these big TV screens, you know. It's a kind of sports bar in a sense, but that's just to get the punters in the door, isn't it? And it is actually quite enjoyable. The Horseshoe Bars had some famous visitors in the past. Travis has been here. In fact, I believe the band Travis actually began in here, and they used to practice upstairs. Billy Connolly, obviously. I say obviously because he was such a legend in Glasgow that he enjoyed a wee refreshment in a lot of the older pubs in Glasgow. There seems to be photos of him in nearly all the pubs I've featured so far. But the person who I was most amazed at being in the Horseshoe Bar was Billy Joel. Obviously the piano man had some good taste when it came to pubs. And the late TV chef Keith Floyd, he said that the Horseshoe Bar was his favourite pub in the whole world. And he should know, he liked a wine or two, didn't he? My favourite TV chef is James Martin. And his favourite TV chef was Keith Floyd. He even owns his old Citroen 2CV car. So I think James Martin should come to this pub if he's not already done so. So James, I know you watch my channel, Sniggers. Come along to the Horseshoe Bar in Glasgow. The Horseshoe Bar has an upstairs, and up there they have karaoke. So if you like giving your vocal cords a bit of an exercise, come along here. Go up the stairs and belt out some banging tunes. Just imagine all the hundreds of thousands of men and women who have stood at this bar through the past decades upon decades, all discussing their work, football, politics, and a whole manner of other topics of the day. Maybe one of them was you, your dad, your granddad, all the way back to Victorian Glasgow. if only we could hear them now, whispering through the walls. Let's take a look upstairs, shall we? Okay.
I'm still service in that lift. See to go upstairs, it's just up there.
Yeah, this is one of those pubs. It's so welcoming. Amazing. I'm upstairs now, as you know. And again, there's a whole load to look at. So this is a must if you're in Glasgow. Come along to the Horseshoe Bar for food, if it's the afternoon, or if it's the evening, come in, come up the stairs and do a bit of karaoke. I would do it, you know, but I'd probably clear the bar. You've heard my singing in previous videos. Show me the way to go home. It says the Horseshoe Bar was possibly the first pub to introduce an island counter. So there you go. Next time you're watching Cheers, it happened here first. Next time you're watching Cheers, sorry, I thought we were back in the 80s there. Wish we were. How long have you worked here?
10 years.
10 years? 30. 30? 30 years? Really? Wow.
30 this year coming up of the good year, yeah.
That's amazing. My uncle used to own a bar called the Horseshoe. It was in Paisley.
Alright.
At 3 floors, I think. My mum was a bar lady there.
Aye.
That was the 80s, you know.
Tell you what, it's been by in a flash. It doesn't feel like
Tell me about it. Yeah, it was only yesterday I was 18. I'm sure it was. Sure it was yesterday.
When people looking at all of this, I mean, it was only 2 minutes. I know. The last year.
One minute I'm 18, next minute I'm qualifying for my bus pass, you know. Bet you've seen a few sights. A few secrets. Hey Sandra, thanks very much.
Aye, thank you.
I hope you have a nice time.
Aye, I will.
Wherever you end up.
And I'll definitely go on your channel.
Aye, thank you. Yeah, that was absolutely lovely. So there we are folks, the Horseshoe Bar established in 1884. Right out here and I'll show you an opening shot of the Horseshoe Bar. There it is folks, the Horseshoe Bar. in Glasgow on Drury Street. Highly recommended. Nice cobbled street as well. Like ye olden days. So what did you think about that? That's a cool pub, isn't it? Definitely one to visit. Wasn't that a fantastic visit to the Horseshoe Bar in Glasgow? I do recommend that you go and visit it and absorb the history and the feel of the place. So that just leaves me to ask you please to subscribe and like and hype if you can. Yeah. In fact, I said to a couple once who were asking about my channel name, I said, remember to subscribe, and the husband said, no, it costs too much. Let me tell you, subscribing to YouTube is absolutely free. Any channel on YouTube, it's free. It doesn't cost a single thing, but it does help my channel get pushed out to more people all over the world so that they can see these beautiful places here in Scotland. The beaches, the towns, the villages, the pubs, the cafes, you know. So I would appreciate it very much if you could do that, and I'll leave you here in Glasgow Central by saying goodbye, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye now.